What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have Mista from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I got his gun in this one, so it's a bit more complicated than a normal portrait. It's a bit of a complicated sort of apparatus, there's lots of circles and stuff, but you can leave it out if you wanted and just draw in two shoulders if you were looking for something a bit easier. But let's go. Anyway, so we're in the top half of our page. Start with the right eye as always. So this is halfway point and this is the halfway vertically. So halfway is across here and halfway down. So we're just find your middle, come up a little bit and then come over to start his pupil. Not his pupil, his top eyelid. Right, so we're going to bring this line up diagonal that way. And then we're going to bring it across, like so. And then we're going to go down diagonal this way. And of course JoJo characters' eyelids are thick, dark sort of lines. And there is eyelashes sticking up off of them as well. So you just got to bring up an eyelash or two there. And maybe one or two just here as well. Don't have to do too many. You can do as many as you want. Yeah, and maybe we'll add another one. Just. So then he has a bottom eyelid and an iris. His eyes are just black, I think. I can't see any pupils. So it's just a semicircle in under here. Like so. And then the bottom eyelid is just down underneath that. So it comes down just under here. Curve around like so. And then of course you can thicken it up. Bit of a thicker line. And add an eyelash or two coming off here as well. Like so. And his eye is just dark black. Like that. Right, so the other eye is eye distance over, so you measure his eye, come over about the same distance. Doesn't have to be exactly that. You're just sort of looking for an eye measurement and then come over and start the next. Just sort of line it up, try to get it straight across. Doesn't have to be exactly straight across, of course. Some eyes could be bigger or smaller. And then, so you go diagonal up like this one. And then this is going to come diagonal across like so. And then about here we're going to bring it down. And you can thicken it up. Just make it a heavier sort of line. And add some eyelashes. His iris then, a semicircle underneath there. Like so. And then his bottom eyelid. So it's just like so. Then you can thicken it up and add eyelashes to this as well. As usual guys, I would recommend a pencil for these and hit pause if I go too fast. You could put a shine in. You could leave a shine in the eye if you wanted in both of them. You could leave one if you wanted. I'm missing one from the other side, so maybe I'll add that just here. little dot. And then just some eyelashes here. So once we have the eyes done, we'll go ahead and do his eyebrows. So we got real sort of pointy eyebrows, so a line down there and a line here. So this is like the ends of them. And then we're going to bring this one right up past his eye here. Go this way. So real sharp tick. And then this curves down to here. Right? Then the next side comes up, down like so, down to there. And they're dark black inside as well, I think. Judging from the picture I'm drawing from. He could have brown hair, I can't really remember. But in the picture, they're black, so. And then he's got an eyelid line just back here, behind his eyelashes, just coming across them, and then down that side. And then he has some shadows just above his eyebrow, just here. And coming down the inside of his nose, he's got like a dark shadow just here as well. So we come diagonal this way, comes back down there. So it's like it's coming around the bridge of his nose. And then it goes back up, and then back into here. And then it's just dark black inside. So it's that JoJo style, you know, all those shadows that they have in their faces. So we'll come over and do the other eyebrow. So this just goes up like so. Comes down this way. And the other side goes up and down. And then it's black inside. So we have to add his eyelid line just in here. And it comes down this way. And then the shadow is sort of above his eyebrows, just here. So shadow. Just sort of making that area a bit darker. And then the one that comes around his nose. Pretty much the same on this side. Doesn't have to be exactly the same. You just come out like that first, coming around, following his eye. And then it goes back in towards his nose. And then you just thicken it up. Make it a bit darker maybe. Like this. His nose. So his nose is just right down from these. You can follow these. Imagine they keep going. And we have just a V down here. So it's like a curving letter V just here. It's a bit of a shadow. That's what it kind of represents, I think. So just, you could make it a bit thicker. Like so. And then you just got to add the nostrils kind of on the side. It's just the style that the JoJo artists do the noses. Just like that. And then there's kind of hatching lines in the middle. So there's like a line here. So they're just on the bridge of his nose, just to show sort of a shadow on his nose, I guess. Like this, and they get smaller as they go down his nose. So, like that. So big in the middle, and then gradually getting smaller as we go down. like so. So then, so his nose, the nose on a person's face is halfway between the nose is halfway between the eyes and the chin. So from the eyes to the nose, same distance is where you'll put the chin. But of course in animated characters it's not exact or anything. In people it's not exact, but it's just that's the general proportion. So his bottom lip should be just about here maybe. It's probably a bit lower on JoJo characters because their bottom lips are super big. So if we place his bottom lip here, and then we can add his top lip just underneath his nose, just here, and then go down for the sides like this. And then where the two lips meet in the middle, so we have another V just here, like that, and then it curves down to there, down to there. And we can add a bit of a shadow just underneath his bottom lip. And maybe some hatching just on his lip, just here. Like so. Just give it a bit of detail. And then, so his chin comes up and around to his jaw and it goes underneath his hat that he wears. So, starting from his chin here, we're going to go up this direction. And when we get to like about lip level, we're going to change direction and curve it up this way. Like so. Same on the other side. So we're going to bring this up this way. Right? And when you get to about lip level, you're going to curve this up and it goes underneath his hat. Just up here. And then you could add some of those lines that JoJo characters have on their face. So like there's some hatching here, and then it sort of comes down like so. You can add another one on this side or not, but we might as well. So then Mista has a hat on. You can't really see his hair. So we start with the arrow, I guess. We're going to start with this V that's in the middle of his forehead. So it comes right down past these shadows close to his eyebrow. Comes down around the middle of his forehead, comes back up then. Back around like so. It's like an arrow pointing down. And there could be like a shadow underneath it. So just you could darken this up. Like so. And then the arrow goes up this side. And up this side too. And then it's going to come down around his face. So from here, we're going to go down like this, past his eyebrow. Connects with the eyebrow. And then it goes past it and goes down. All the way towards the same, about the same level as his chin, maybe a bit higher. And then the other side, same thing. Comes down this way. Connects with his eyebrow. Comes down side of his face. Comes down further then, like so. So these have to curve around, like so, at the bottom. Kind of make it look like a bit of a hook, or a letter L. And then this comes back this way. And we're going to go around his face. Same over here. And around here, these are going to come up to a letter, it looks like a letter M, maybe for Mista. So we're going to go up here, up this side. And then this is going to come back down, So it's like a letter M. And then we double up these lines inside for a blue section. So there's a white section around the edges, and then it's blue in the center. So we're going to go up, down, back up, oop, and down to there. And then this is going to come back around the arrow as well. So we're just following that shape. Same line, going around the arrow. Back to there. He's got just a fold line on the hat here, and one just here as well, maybe with some hatching and stuff. Now, so the rest of that hat goes right up around like a, sort of like a bowl going up around his hat. So comes up from here, comes up from here on this side, so it goes. Right, so then it's going to go out and around. So it's going to go real round, right up to, let's say right up the top of my page, it's right there. So we're going to just curve that around. And then it's going to come down the other side. So up to here, connecting them to the two sides, trying to keep them symmetrical. Around like so. Not bad. Could always be better. Not bad though. Take your time with like real curvy parts like that, because they can be tricky. So there's a bit of, let's see, there's a bit of like shadow and lines coming up from his eyebrow here. Just coming up from the side of his eyebrow. Just getting that JoJo's sort of style. There's like a shadow underneath his hat. This is from the scene on the boat, you know, in one of the earlier episodes. So it's kind of strong sunshine, so there's like strong shadows under everything. And now we got to add those crisscross marks that are on his hat. Right, so let's go. So we'll go up like so. To here, back down like so. And then there's a circle inside it in the middle. Just there. Then there's another diamond with, so they all have white lines in the middle. So this is red in here. And then there's a white line in between them, okay? So it goes like down to here. Right? And then this goes up to the edge of the diamond on the top of his head up here. And then this comes back down this side and then comes back into there. Right, so it's like another diamond in there. And so then the next one comes down from this line, right? So you're going to curve it this way. And imagine there's like a straight line curving down here, but there's gaps in the middle, right? So you're going to do a line, jump a bit, do this line, jump a bit, then do that line. And each of these have an edge, like another box beside it. So like there's one, say here, one, say here, and then another one here. And then these have lines that go crisscross this way. So we're going to go crisscross to there, up there, see? And then this is going to come down there, that's going to go down that way, there. So then imagine this is a continuous line. To get the last one, we're going to just curve it. Imagine we're curving it, don't actually draw the line. Well, you can if you want and rub it out after. We're going to keep this going. So there, and then we add that one, and then maybe just like one more down here. Right, so now this sort of pattern, this crisscross pattern, is on this side as well. Okay, so the line like this one that comes up here, we'll do that first. So it comes up from the same level, so doing this one first. And we're going to jump a little bit, do the next one. Jump a little bit, do the next one. So we're curving around, and then this one goes off the back of his hat there. So then the other side of those lines, right? So we're going to go down to there. Going to jump up a little bit to about here, and then curve this one up like so, and then jump, and then do that one. So now we have the crisscross lines that go this way. So we're going to go diagonal that way, and that one diagonal that way. These ones go diagonal back around the back of his head. This one will go diagonal back that way. This one is going to come down in towards the bottom of that M. Just there. This one will go to the top of the M. Just there. And then we have another diamond like this one. Just down to here. And then down to there. And then one right in the middle. Just there. So I know that's a bit tricky, but once you get the sort of pattern, you know, the shape, an idea about the shape, it's not too bad. And then there's all circles inside. So each one has a circle, white circle, inside the middle. And the ones on the edge sort of are kind of half circles. Some of them. Well, and some you can't see any of it really. So we'll do his shoulders, and then we'll do the hand and the gun, and then sort of attach it all up together. So his shoulder on this side, so he's quite a muscly guy, like most JoJo characters are. So coming out from this part of his hat, we're going to do his trapezius muscle. So it's a curve there. Trapezius muscle meets a bone, his AC joint, just here. This is like where his collarbone comes across the front of his chest. And then this comes out to his shoulder, the deltoid muscles, and this is going to come down around here, top of his shoulder. This curves back in towards the bottom of his shoulder, and then we have his tricep coming out here. So his other shoulder over this side. So he's holding his gun, so this shoulder is raised up a little bit, right? So he's holding his gun sideways. So that means his shoulder is going to come out from, say, here. So it's kind of like this one, except a bit smaller. And then his shoulder is raised up on this side. So it's real high, real curvy, high line. Around like that, right? So different to this side, this arm is down. This arm is raised. So it's much more rounded, okay? And then we have other rounded lines that show his tricep and his forearm and everything like that. But we got to do the gun first and his hand. And then we'll attach all that stuff up together. So, the gun, right. Right, so yeah, it's right, we can start like right close to his chin. So, Gambare. So the top of the pistol, right, so we'll go curving this way first. We'll do the outline first. So this curves around like so, down to there. This comes down, and then continues this direction as well. So this is the angle of the barrel of the gun. Okay, we're going this way. So this is going to come down to the top of the barrel of the gun. So here, you're going to connect this to a circle. So really go slow with this one, guys, because it's a bit tricky. We have a circle here with another circle inside. Of course, that's dark black inside because it's the inside of the gun. So when you're drawing machinery like this, it's real tricky to sort of get it accurate because there's so many sort of lines and angles and sharp lines and circles and stuff. So take your time. So above this, he's got his target, his eye line target. So we have a curved line there, and this comes down like so. Then this is going to go diagonal up, and weave another one beside. And then this is going to go back down towards the barrel of the gun, and then back down into here. And then we're just going to join this up to this here as well. Now, so we'll continue to do the outline of the gun to his hand. We'll stop at his index finger. Okay, so we have another circular shape just underneath here. It's got another circle inside it. I think it's the trigger, so we're gonna go down this way. Comes in, out. Looks a bit pointy here, so we have a point. And then this comes down around like so, and there's another point here. Kind of looks like Batman's ears or a cat's ears. And then this is going to go in like so, and then down longer, and this is going to curve around and touch his index finger there. So this is how long the gun is here. It's right underneath his shoulder, just here, and then it's the tip of the eyesight is underneath his, like the edge of his eyebrow and his jaw, just here. That's how long you're going. So the other side of the gun then comes down towards just up here, so on that side. So we're going to go another circular type shape here, smaller one, and this has a double edge and a dot inside. And then the back side of the gun curves down like so. I imagine this is like the trigger side of it. No, sorry, that's the trigger, but the thing on the back of the gun, I don't actually know what it's called. So a curved line here, and then the handle starts here. So it's because the gun is turned sideways, it's this shape. So let's see, so we have the red part of his handle, so it curves down here. So we'll go up and do the barrel of the gun, it's probably easier so to get right maybe. So coming from this circle, we're gonna go diagonal to there, and then diagonal to here. And then this shape has another diagonal line underneath it. And we have some curved lines bringing it in towards the bottom part here. Just some small details. And then, so then this has another section just here. So it's going to go curve around like so. It's going to come down into there, curve around this part as well. And then this is going to actually curve around up and under the gun. And then we have a little bit sticking out here. So then, I think this has like a double wall or a double edge or something on it. So like here, sort of like so. This one as well, curving around like that. This comes down to there, back this way, and then down around to Batman's ears. And then because there's sort of a strong light, I think there's a shadow like just down here. So just like of this part of the gun, it's casting a shadow down here. So it's like it's all dark black inside here. Along here then we have to do another sort of ridge. So this goes diagonal back here, and then we're going to bring an extra line up and around this here, bumping around the barrel of the gun. And then this has a top to it, just there. And then we have where the bullets go. So it's kind of a round shape. So it comes, so I think it comes out from here, up and around, right close to the back of the gun. And it's come right into here. So it's going to come around like so into there. And then there's a shadow just inside here, like an empty part of the gun. Okay, we're not too bad. How are you getting on? I know this is difficult now. This one. Guns are tough. So we have two circles, two bullets. One here, circle here, and a black dot inside. Another one beside it. Circle, circle, kind of like a bullseye, and a black dot inside. Okay, kind of look like eyes. And then this wheel, the bullet wheel I guess we'll call it, has a sort of an edge to it. So it comes up this way. Kind of looks like a minion. Comes that way. Back this way. And then down that way. Diagonal, and then down around this side. And then there's a line going diagonal that way. And then here there's like a box. Curved line under there. And then another box sort of over here. Curved line underneath. Might be like a line or two going back that way. And another shadow. Probably an empty bullet hole there. Okay, nearly there. Better than I thought it would turn out. So at the top here we have an extra edge to it. Just there. Here and a line there. There might be a line coming off the barrel of the gun as well. Just to show that it's sort of shiny. There's another sort of circle in here. Semicircle for another bullet maybe on the other side. And there's a shadow like this shadow on this side as well. So we gotta go in here, back up like so, and then color it in dark. We're drawing his finger, so just his index finger is coming down to the trigger here, right across. So So we're just going to draw a line just down to there, okay? Just like nearly straight down. When you get down to the bottom, it's going to curve around like so. So that's like his index finger. It's like a letter J, right? And then we can draw in the trigger now that's here. So there's a dark shadow just in here. So we curve this around like so. And we can color this in dark. And then there's a shadow coming from the bottom portion of his gun. So it comes up from up here and then goes diagonal back. And then this is dark in there. And then we have a diagonal line this way, back up to here and up and around this side of his gun. And a bit more shadow just connecting this to this. And then we have sort of the trigger part kind of in here. So it comes around like so into there. And then the opposite side is there. And I think that's everything in the gun. Oh, there's a line just here, just there. Whew! I hope you were able to do that now, because that's not easy. Right, so we can do his knuckles now, right? So coming from behind the gun, just here, and we're going to do steps down. So we're going to bump it this way, knuckle. This knuckle comes down further, like a letter M. So the next knuckle comes down this way, like so. And then his small baby knuckle down here, tiny. So we're going down that way. We'll go back to his index finger and finish that. So this just comes around here, comes up like so. Bit of a knuckle bump just here, and then back into there. So his middle finger is just here. So it curves out like so, goes behind his gun. His ring finger, curving here, like so. And then it's going to go curve around and come underneath his trigger finger into here. And then it's going to bump around for the top of his finger, back up past his bottom of the gun here. And then we can see the bottom of his middle finger, his fingernail, just a curved line here. And then his little finger, so curving out from here. And it's going to go up all the way to here. So we're going to go like so, bit of a bump for our knuckle, bump again for that knuckle, and then diagonal up to there. So his thumb, you can barely see it, it's going down around, the back of the gun, and it just comes out this side like so. And then he's got fingernails and sort of skin lines and fold lines on his hands. So say like, you got a fingernail here, and maybe some like knuckle lines there, knuckle line there, diagonal ones coming across the knuckles here, maybe another knuckle line just there, and then some fingernails down here. So curve line there, down, like so, curve line down, around, curve line down. And then maybe the top of his thumbnail, just there. Then a couple more skin fold lines, like so. Curve line for the knuckle, maybe like so. Maybe some lines coming up for the side of his finger. Adding some detail. This will probably be a long one. All the JoJo videos are usually really long because the characters are so complicated. Right, so the rest of this arm. So we have a circle for the wrist. Just here, and this comes down to like the bottom of his gun. Right, that's sticking out the bottom here. And then we have a fold line for a skin for his hand. Fold line there. Here, here. And then we have, so his arm is foreshortened, it's coming towards us. So we just have like all these bumps and stuff that are on his. So this comes out and around here, right? Comes out here, pointy for his elbow. This is going to come up and around for his forearm. Comes real long, right into his knuckle up here. So, and then we have another bump for his tricep, just here. So his collarbone then comes down into here. And it comes right down along the bottom of his scarf, and then it's going to come out the other side, just at the trigger point, or the eyesight point of the gun, just here. Come out to there. He's got a red scarf on, just up here. So, in there, and then this comes down around underneath here, and then down around underneath here. This comes down to there. Got a dark shadow in this side, dark shadow in under here, maybe curved line for the bottom. Gotta speed up now, guys, because this video is going to be hella long. So these lines are just on his scarf. So you're just adding sort of details now. And I might have to speed this part up. I'll just get the main parts and then I'll do the crisscrosses on his costume, because I won't be able to upload the video if it's too long. So his chest muscle is just here. Comes around like so, real big. Meets his wrist of his other hand here. Just curves around like so. And this finger is going down towards his belly button. But so the chest comes up, in around his diaphragm, comes down that way, up and under here. Side of his body is just here. And then the middle of his chest, right here. And we have side of his body here with a shadow. And then a line for his shoulder, just there, and maybe just a bicep just there. I'm going to do those crisscrosses on the rest of his costume that are like on his hat, but I'll have to speed it up because I don't think I'll be able to upload the video if it's too long, so sorry about that. But I'll show you at the end. Okay, so there it is, Mista from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The gun took too long, so so these are all. I'll leave this up, of course, at the end if you want to copy these lines. These are blue inside, the lines are white, but fair play to anyone who was able to draw this. That's you are master level if you can. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.